Hi guys, welcome again. This is Alex, and today we are going to look the connection between Tutsi language, or the Rwandan language, which is a Bantu language, and the Semitic languages. So, did Tutsi speak a Semitic language? So, that is the question for today. And we will. So, I've been looking at Tigrinya and Amharic to see if there's any connection with the Rwandan language, which is a Bantu language. But if the Tutsis spoke a different language, there have to be some sort of connection at least, even small, because it's been a long time. But so the DNA said Tutsis they are the relatives of Ethiopian Jews, and Somalis. So I'm trying to find the connection linguistically. So are there any connection? So first I need to let you know that there is so many Semitic languages spoken in Ethiopia. As you can see, there is about 13 languages, more than the list I have here you are looking at. So 13 languages, Semitic languages. So, but I only did comparison Kinyarwanda to two languages, Tigrinya and Amharic. So that means the chances, there is way more chances of connecting Kinyarwanda and Semitic languages, because I only looked at two and there is more than 13 languages. So that's something you need to be aware of. Next, so I'm going to find some similarities, some connection. And when I was trying to find the connection between a Bantu language spoken by all Rwandan people, the hunter-gatherers, the Bantu and the Tutsi, they all speak a Bantu language in Rwanda. The hunter-gatherer tribe is called Twa, but now they are being absorbed, so it's very difficult to find them nowadays, but they did exist. So some of the similarities I found is the word hair, as you can see on the photo. So the word hair in Amharic is tsegur. Tsegur is the word for hair in Amharic. Tsegur, tse. The key word I'm looking for is tse, because that sound is found in Semitic language a lot, and also in Kinyarwanda, but not in other Bantu languages. I speak 3 Bantu languages, and I also did research for the word hair in many Bantu languages. I did the Zulu. In Zulu, the word for hair is the word for hair is inwele. Inwele, as you can see, that's in Zulu. In Swahili is nywele. In Bembe is nchwele. Nywele. So, majority of the Bantu languages, specifically in Central Africa, the word for hair is going to be like injwele, but you will not see anything had tse sound. That is very strange. For those who study Bantu language, that tse sound is very strange in many Bantu languages. But you go to the Horn of Africa, like Tigrinya, Amharic, tse, as you can see, this is the letter you are seeing right now is tse sound in Tigrinya. And also, let me show you the letter tse in Amharic, how it sounds like. That's the letter tse in Amharic. So, tse is very found in Semitic languages, but not in the Bantu language. So, Tsegur in Amharic, in Rwanda, Satsi. I think there's connection. Tsegur, Satsi. Those two words, they have an origin. I'm not trying to say that Tutsi spoke Amharic, but what I'm saying is that they probably spoke Semitic languages. The other 13 languages Semitic spoken in Ethiopia, I don't know anything about it. So could be one of those guys, those languages. Maybe there's more connection with those languages, so we don't know for sure. I didn't look anything on gaze. Ge'ez is an ancient language, which is Ge'ez is now used by like religious in Orthodox, Tewahedo Orthodox, but it's a Semitic language spoken a long time ago, not anymore. So I don't know much about that language either. So, and that was the language spoken by Beta Israel mostly, all the Ethiopian Jews, which can be connected to the Tut according to the genetics. So that language, I don't know anything about it. Even the majority of Beta Israel nowadays, they speak Tigrinya and Amharic. So basically that language is old and almost gone. So, but Satsi in Kinyarwanda and in Amharic, Tsego, Tse, there is connection. So another connection I found is the word fat. The word fat in Tigrinya is Sibur, Bur. And then in Kinyarwanda is Bibur, Bibuha. That's in Rwanda, but in Burundi they say Bibur. And for us, Banyamulenge say Bzibur. So, as you can see, there is Zibuha. It almost sounds the same if you don't worry about spelling, because the Bantu language spell is going to be different, but if you listen, Zibuh, Jibuh, those two words, there is no doubt they have a connection. And the meaning is the same for fat. So if the meaning is the same, we have more than 3 letters that look alike. That's, you know, and same syllables. Tibuh, bibuh, tibuh, jibuh. You see? So this is another connection. So this is Tigrinya. So let's see another connection. This one is in Amharic. The word strong is tenkara. In Rwanda they say komera. So you can see komera, tenkara. There is some sort of connection, like the last 2 letters, tenkara, komera, same syllables, tenkara, komera. You know, there's some sort of connection. I'm not trying to say that Tutsis spoke Amharic, but they probably spoke a Semitic language. That's the point. You know, that is what we are looking for. And then the word for quiet in Amharic is tsetita. That's quiet in Amharic, tsetita. In Rwanda we say checheka. So the spelling is different, but the sound is the same. You know, this is absolutely unbelievable. So Amharic quiet is tsetita. In Rwanda say checheka. Tsetita. Of course, over thousands of years, over a long time ago, the letter is gonna be twisted, but you can see the same syllable, the same letters, same amount of letters. It's about the same syllables. Tsetita, checheka. You can even tell you said different words. So the spelling is different, but it sounds the same, and the meaning is the same. That's the key word. The meaning is the same. So checheka, tsetita, checheka. So that's one of the connection. Oh, something I also almost forget is the B sound. In many Bantu languages, B sound is like English B. So it's like B. But in Semitic and the Cushitic language, the word B is sometimes pronounced like va. You are making with lips va. In Somali, for example, number 7 is todob. You don't say todob, you say todob. So va, the va sound does not exist in many Bantu languages, I know. But in Rwanda, va is like everything, you know. The B only makes the sound of va. That's like Tigrinya, Amharic, Cushitic languages, because Cushitic languages and Semitic languages, they are all in the same family of Afroasiatic languages. So at some point those languages, they were one language, but they became different branches. So do you think Tutsis spoke a language from the Horn of Africa? But also I looked at Oromo, I look at Somali. I have the same information for those languages as the same information I have for Tigrinya and Amharic. I have the same information for Oromo and Somali. But what was more interesting, like the connection I was finding, was more within with Tigrinya and Amharic. That's where I found a lot of connection. Another thing I almost forgot. Oh my goodness. Oh, one thing I almost forgot is the Tutsi in Congo, my people, Banyamulenge, we practice a culture. We have a practice called, similar to what they practice in northern Ethiopia, like TELEFA. TELEFA is tradition in northern Ethiopia of marriage kidnapping. So this is important and beautiful. So we Tutsi in Congo, Banyamulenge, we till today we practice TELEFA, you know. So my sister, when I was young, like sometimes 2002, 2001, 2002, my sister was taken like TELEFA. You know, we woke up the next day, they kidnapped her. She was gone. But that's normal in our culture. So next day, mom was crying, my daughter is gone, you know. And next day after that, they brought cows. They came to say, we are the one who took your daughter. And then they did like marriage rituals. But the daughter was already gone. That's normal, you know. My brother did the same thing. He went to the village. One day he comes back with a wife. So TELEFA, we practice TELEFA more than probably any other Ethiopian. In Ethiopia, I know they are fighting against TELEFA. I've seen the movie The Freight. It's on Netflix for those who never seen it. It's a beautiful story about this girl who was kidnapped and then raped. So it's like they're trying to take our culture away, but TELEFA is good, people. So anyway, we Tutsi in Congo we practice TELEFA, but in Rwanda, other Tutsis, they don't practice that. So we are still the ancient, you know, I'm telling you. We still have the origin of Ethiopia. So for us, no, we still have that feel. So I was surprised when I found out TELEFA, you know. When I found out in Ethiopia they practice TELEFA. That's interesting. Also, this thing, all those scars you see, you know, like the scars on my arm. I've seen people, Amhara people in Ethiopia with those scars, you know, and we still practice this. In Rwanda they don't do this. But Tutsi in Congo we still practice this Ethiopian culture. We don't know much about this, but we still practice it. So, this is what I have for today, guys. Thank you so much. Now you understand the Tutsis. They speak semitic language. They practice TELEFA. Oh my goodness, I'm happy. When I go to Ethiopia, I'm going to marry through TELEFA. You know, but that's all I have for today. I'm gonna marry through the TELEFA. I'm gonna keep the culture, ancient culture. But again, it's not like kidnapping like here in America, you know. Here, no. You have to be a good person, but be a good kidnapper. You know, you don't have a bad intention of harming anybody. You know, it's like beautiful, organized way of getting married, a strange way, but sometimes it's a culture. We gotta keep the culture going, bruh. That's all I have, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments. Do you think people should keep practicing TELEFA? Do you think Tutsi spoke Semitic language? Leave your comments. Thank you so much.